Welcome into Ann Arbor. We're here at the Big House where it's a balmy 40 degrees. Get the chance to watch the Maize team take on the Blue team here for the Michigan football spring game.
We're going to look like going to see right now.
All right, Devin, Maize team gets the ball first, and Coach Harbaugh just introed some of the young guys he's excited about, a guy that needs no introduction. What Cade McNamara did last year?
Possibly.
And that's the first snap of the 2023 Michigan football season. Blue.
You got to think about it. Last year, he was still a young guy, right? Just a sophomore. Now, he's a junior. He's been in the program. He's had a whole spring as the guy. And I think you're going to see vast improvement. You can pass or you can run. And J.J. McCarthy's legs are usually in play. Boy, does that 88 look familiar. Oh, is that Jake Butt out there? I don't know. The one thing we're going to miss out on, I think, is
everyone to play injury-free. I don't think anyone should get within 2-3 feet of this quarterback. It's a nice play by Chris Jenkins off the backside of the offensive line. And
that's just a miss.
Yeah.
That's a miss.
That's a present for Quentin Johnson,
that's
the safety back there. And JJ, as he stepped up in the pocket, he had Marlon Klein, the tight end, on a dig route. No one around him. You're going to see this pocket. Look at him come on the right side of your screen. That's wide open. Looked like that ball came out strange. Maybe someone got a piece of it.
Yeah, you don't see JJ usually throw balls that aren't spirals. Like he got his elbow hit a little bit, and Harbaugh's not going to be happy about that. But that's just a flanker drive concept, something he knows, and he just misses that throw.
Spring game, but now it's the Blue team's chance to go down and try to score.
Jack Tuttle.
This team, when JJ's done, it'll be Davis 1.
A captain in Indiana, he's a leader, and he's somebody that can really vie for that number 2 position.
Another position battle to watch is who's that running back 3 slot, and that's Khalil Mullings.
Right, I love that fake snap, right? You know you're going to have pressure off the edge, and so you can now get a play in. Zeke Berry is coming off the edge here from the bottom of your screen.
That's Colston Loveland. And as we look at this guy he really came on receiver route. Man, I'm really excited for him, Devin. I think he's looking for a breakout season here in his sophomore year.
Well, that's the issue with a guy like that. You don't know who to put on him. Do you put a linebacker where he's going to dominate him with his skills and ability to run, where you see Tuttle using his ability to run and get down after a nice gain? But for Loveland, do you put a corner on him, right, where he can just out-muscle him like we saw in that lay action here and get this ball down the field? Maybe he should have, huh, Jake?
Yeah.
Maybe they should have went a little play action there, huh, Jake?
And that's the same thing as Chris Jenkins on the last drive. That's Jalen Harrison.
You can see him at the bottom of your screen here in the slot. Probably going to get across the field here.
All right, so is the quarterback live? I guess we're kind of learning this all on the fly for the spring game. So JJ's not live. Rusher and Jalen Harrell was nice and disruptive there in that last play.
30 tackles, 3.5 sacks a year ago. I really like Jalen Harrell.
And Jack Tuttle, really nice job. He seems so comfortable in the pocket.
Get through his body, and he's just not able to do it.
And on that seam route, did you notice who it was? It was A.J. Barner. So Henderson, 2 guys that are transferring on the offensive line. So Michigan's not only getting high-quality players, but leaders as well, former captains at their respective universities.
Love it. Love the decision-making. You see this play in college football quite a bit.
Giving them a chance here on 3rd down. And this is something Michigan did last year, where they're getting in that big heavy set, all tied down. Traditionally, this means a run right up the gut.
Yeah, he was introduced to us a year ago as the big power guy to make sure that they get those short yardage situations and they can convert.
They gave it to him here. They gave it to him.
I mean, it has to be, right? But you know what I love so much about Blake Corum? His leadership, his ability, obviously. But when I talked to him, he said, I'm coming for everything out there, right? And this is coming from a guy that won the silver football, right?
Heisman, 3-peat, it's all on the table for him. So far on this drive, the blue team has done a good job of moving.
Mesh concept. I like mesh here, right? I want to get Loveland across the field. Or settle down the field.
And they gave.
I think they're going to give it to him. I think he got it. Like that. A little stick there from Zeke Berry, right? The defense, that bunch formation, right? That always says crossing patterns, picks. Or if it's Michigan.
Or just give it to your former linebacker.
I don't see why not, right? I don't see why not. I mean, that's Michigan football. That's what we've seen the last few years. Obviously, this past year, they put in the air just a little bit more, but this is what we see from Michigan football.
Yeah, and that's a great job. That's Raheem Anderson there at center with Giovanni Al-Hadi there to the left, and they created a nice crease. I mean, any running back could have ran through that, but you got a freight train, and Khalil Mullings just full head, full steam ahead, baby, right down through the hole.
The cool thing's like, hey, listen, lose a couple linemen, we need to move those guys out of the way they used to. So when I get back,
and so much confidence going forward. It's clearly he's a talent, former 5-star, but it's his competitive nature, and I didn't expect him to play in the spring game. I thought they were going to let the two guys duke it. Kirk Campbell will be involved in the pass game portion of this playbook, and they said, hey, expect some wrinkles. They're really excited about what he's going to bring to this offense.
Oh, that's what we're used to, right? That's what we're used to, and that's an outstanding route.
Play hard, play angry, play aggressive, and really just, keep doing what you're doing. Have fun. That's what I told them.
Let's talk about player Blake Corum in this off.
More left that I want to do, and this is what, like I told other people, not only on the field, but in the community as well. So, we have more that's on the plate, and I'm dangerous with my Donovan, myself, the other running backs. We have a great room, and then we have one of the best coaches, a legend here. So, it's great. It's going to be very dangerous.
JJ, he is the guy coming in to this season, right? He's going to be the starting quarterback here. Just describe, how you've seen him grow in his position and just the chemistry you guys have really developed.
Oh, he grows each and every day. He attacks every day. He's in there watching film and just, being the best he can be. Oh, we got the ball. But, he's being the best he can be. I see the progression. I see the progress he's making. And,
so you got to go back and coach your guys. I'll let you go. All right, guys, I'll send it up to you.
Thanks, Brooke. I would have loved to get Blake, man, can we get you? What happened with the ball security there?
And that's an outstanding tackle by Jones, getting down, getting underneath Leon Franklin. And Leon Franklin, he has decent security, or not.
Well, listen, that's a big storyline here, too, is we see Blake, we see Donovan, neither of them.
The doghouse and essentially take your own reps away. It's putting the ball on the ground and putting it in jeopardy.
So we got Jack Tuttle scrambling. Now we got Davis. There's that Jack Tuttle again. There's that Jack Tuttle again.
But earlier, that's really going to help him become the backup quarterback.
He's break that tackle, and it might be sayonara. But where's a quarterback most? Where's he most important for him? 3rd and 4th down. He's got him 3 for 5 on 3rd down so far. That's Benjamin Hall, the early enrollee in at running back.
Oh, no.
And that's Zeke Berry. Zeke
Berry's making plays, man.
We were just...
Right? He has the hot, right? He has the hot open there, but he doesn't take it, right? And that's the maturation that he's going to have to use as he continues to get better in the offense. But you cannot desperately avoid a sack, right? Just throwing the ball up. I don't know if you remember or not, Jake. Remember Notre Dame 2013 in this back end zone here where I'm running around, I'm trying to throw. You're trying to want to see easy reads missed by your quarterbacks. You want them to see clean football, but you're going to have some of that. And there's a sack.
And that's and welcome here to Ann Arbor. That's Josiah Stewart by way of Coastal Carolina. He transferred
and actually going on to the next level. And I think that Josiah Stewart could be in that same mode. A nice athlete, and you can see him right now running J.J. McCarthy down. Right, that's going to be a sack. And luckily, it's going to be a sack because it would have been a nice catch for the Mays team. But Josiah Stewart, when I talked to everybody in the locker room, they said that he is there and he's playing and he's learned the defense as if he's already been there, right? It's like he's already been their teammate. And I think it's some of it maybe because of Samerstiel, right, who is his former teammate in high school. But you can see him there, the speed and the athleticism. That's why he was able to get to the pass with so many defense.
To me, I was wondering, you don't pass it on 3rd and 27, especially with the way the protection.
What about the throwback? Remember throwback? Maybe Ohio State 13, you know. Clean without even using his legs. I mean, he said he's gotten stronger. He's put on 10 pounds of muscle, and we can see how.
And that's Jack Tuttle back to his old buddy A.J. Barner. So the two.
And I love the play call, getting him with a completion, an easy completion early, so you can get this drive started. And then a nice run from Mullins, rumbling and bumbling and stumbling. My goodness.
Well, I mean, he kind of came onto the scene last year. He's just converted to running back and used him mainly in short yardage situations. He had the legendary jump pass down in Columbus, but now with another year under his belt, he's got the touchdown already, a couple really nice runs. But once again, what stopped them is leaving that backside defender unblocked. Michigan loves to pull their offensive line around the edge.
They're cheating is what they're doing. You know defenders love
Depends
cheating.
who you ask, right?
No, yeah. The defenders say, I'm just doing my job. And, you're cheating. You know what we're doing.
And that time, that's Cole Cabana. So he's had a linebacker room. It's Junior Colson starting, but the question is who starts next to him? Michigan fans, you're going to want to get to know that name, number 15, Ernest Hausmann.
And 24 in the backfield right now, that's Danny Hughes. Cole Cabana also wears 24. That's the trouble with college and spring ball. Also wears 24. He's a freshman that came out of Dexter. He won't be playing today.
Pressure Stroud late in Columbus and was able to force that interception right before we saw the Edwards House call. So Rayshawn Benny is one of those guys that'll be replacing Mozzie Smith. But
she got the inside scoop. Brooke, what do you have for us? You got the inside scoop on why an interior guy was taken first.
Yeah, guys. Okay, so you know there has to be some sort of strategy, right, when you have a draft. And so when it came to Kenneth Grant.
Let's see JJ make a play right now, too. See if we can get the Mays team going.
And so a lot of people ask, what is arm talent and arm strength? What's the difference? Well, that's a little bit of talent.
Route. Miles Pollard stepped up on that out route, and as you mentioned, the arm talent, the wide field hole shot, zipped out of JJ's hands in a nice completion. And there it is again, another. The hashes in college football are so wide. What a run. A couple of nice catches to start off the drive.
Jake, a year ago, we didn't see that. We didn't see drop, see what's downfield, get to the back as quickly as you run a little bit. Gotta love that.
A free play. Oh. It looked like Josiah Stewart there. Yep.
It's first down.
You got a pass rusher, right? He wants to get to the quarterback.
The defense, and he gets so many free plays. That time in the season, that's most likely a free play that JJ would take advantage of, and boy. So that's going to be a DPI.
Yeah, it's going to be a pass interference. It's fun to get pictures of you running with the ball as a defender in the screen game, but that was going to come back. That's Makari Page out of West Bloomfield, and you know, time just passes so fast. Makari Page is into his senior year. I remember, and he's done well as a safety, but this is going to be a pass interference on the
Miles Pollard. Yeah. So Miles got caught up with them, and Makari took advantage of it, but. Also, Kenneth Grant was in there and got real close to JJ.
What would you like for us to enforce?
There are two fouls on the play, both against the defense. Pass interference, defense number 24. That penalty be enforced 15 yards from the previous spot, includes an automatic first down. Personal foul, illegal blindside block. Defense number 34, that penalty is declined, first down.
Big for JJ. Maybe he goes back to him at the bottom of your screen there.
One-on-one coverage. And he went back to O'Leary.
Listen, Jake, I work with a lot of young quarterbacks. We were talking about man-to-man. What are you doing man-to-man, Jake? And that's the #1 pick. That's the #1 pick right there. Grant, the big fella, Franklin back week. That's something he can do. But here, I would want to see him drop back in the pocket and try to make a play with his arm. There he goes. He drops back, rolls left, tries to find a little more space, and drops a perfect pass in the end zone for a touchdown.
So he sent O'Leary in motion pre-snap. He immediately knows, okay, it's man-to-man. So he's got Jake Thaw in the slot in one-on-one coverage. And how about this? They're allowed to have the celebration, so they're having fun with it. But pre-snap, there's Jake Thaw right up there in the hash, running a corner route, and a nice little stem at the top. Breaks off Cody Jones, and then J.J. McCarthy, like you mentioned, Devin, leaves the pocket, and his playmaking does the rest, puts it right on him. And how about the celebrations?
Gotta love the excitement. That's a nice route, like you said. Just a little 1-2 at the top, lose the defender, and then the celebration. Right? This is an opportunity for these guys to have fun. They worked hard for so many days, and it's a lot on the line. And now, Jay, the score is tied. After all,
since then was built on success, back-to-back Big Ten champions. And I know as we look at this roster and what we're seeing so far with all the competition here in Ann Arbor, this roster, these players, these coaches think they have the guys to make it 3 in a row.
Jake, the one thing that you could have said about Michigan football for a decent amount of time is always in a trail position, right? Michigan football was kind of always in that. You were a football guy, so let's use. That looks to be the last play.
That'll do it. It's a nice stamp on the first half there, and you're all tied up at halftime. Devin, what'd you think? First half, Maize team, blue team, what stood out to you?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it a little bit, and the ability to respond from adversity. You saw the blue team come out, Tuttle, who did a very good job running the offense. Then he started to make a mistake, and
to him. We saw the speed. We saw his ability to run. The next step forward for him is to get more comfortable in the pocket of the passing.
So I think that's what you're going to see from the defense. You're going to play a little tighter, right? Maybe try to.
That was Kashawn Harris there on the breakup. Another guy that's been mentioned by teammates, by players, as we're looking to fill out that cornerback 2 and 3 spot. There's your guy Orji running it. You're right. Oh,
just telling you.
Do you see that out of a quarterback too often? And a free play. So, okay. So that's Jair Hill.
Yeah.
Got the interception. Sorry, Jair. It's not going to count because the double count, the snap count, was able to draw him offside. So it's all good.
But you still don't want to see that, right?
You don't want to see
it, right? You got the tall, long neck, long arm. It's like he's inspired. He saw Orji, and I don't know if he should make a living doing that. You can see he getting up a little slow there. The safety's going to be a lot lower, right? They're going to be a lot lower, and they're going to respond late to the pass.
And there it is. This is what we've been waiting to see. We talked so much about Amarion Walker's ability, his speed, all these sexy stats. On Green, they had their pro day here, and they were asked, hey, who's the next guy to watch out for? They said Jaden McBurrows. And one thing they said, which is high praise for a cornerback, is he hits like a linebacker. We saw it on that previous play. And now the next guy is Derek Moore, and some of this Michigan Maize defensive line got in there on the action.
Big fella.
Wow. So Derek Moore just makes the tackle. Did you watch him there? Did you watch the bull rush?
The edge, man. He's got speed off the edge, and he turns it into that bull rush and runs right down the middle of the offensive tackle.
Type body. He's got that big size, almost like Frank Clark in a sense. Just a grown man. That's certainly high praise, but that time you see the speed to power, like you said, Devin, that long arm and just feel you on your heels. It's their foot in the ground, and they're putting that hand right in the V of your neck to lift you up. Derek Moore showing some great moves.
I think we've seen the last of our guy,
J.J. McCarthy, huh? So 2nd and 16.
Oh, no. Oh, no. A nice play by Walker, but he doesn't finish it. And, you know, Jake, this really makes me upset.
And he was able to track the ball. You'd expect that he progresses since he's so new to this. He did play both ways in high school, but college is a different level. By fall camp, that's a play he's going to have to make.
So that throw we saw was a little bit of a lob. 88, baby, Matthew Hibner. Oh, no! Oh. It's a sniper in the building.
In the NFL, you get fined for that.
Oh.
You get fined. You got to put fines in the pot because that's a tough.
Fights again. How about Davis Warren getting the ball out quickly on the quick slant? A nice job and a nice show of speed.
Yeah.
But just maybe a little too much. He goes down.
He outran himself. Look, he's smiling.
Too much laughter. Too much laughter.
And now everyone else smiling.
Premature celebration, and he's not going to hear any of that. Jake, if that happens in the locker room, how long does it take for us to forget?
No, you never forget.
You
don't forget that one.
Oh, it was such a nice play by him. Taking all bets.
Just to go back to Walker on that previous play hasn't been
Clinkston, right? The defensive backs coach, and he's also the pass game coordinator on defense, coordinator. He has been known to develop wide receiver, or not wide receivers, but cornerbacks and turn them into real players. He's one of the more heralded recruiters as well, right? So he knows how to find the guys, but he also knows how to develop them. And what he was able to do, and especially at his size, right? This is a big man sport. He's not a big man, and he made some outstanding plays down the stretch early in the season whenever he could.
Yeah, Darius Clements, nice catch underneath. He was ready to drop step and go in, but just like our guy Matthew Hibner.
So you don't see too much.
And Kai Hill Green says, no thank you.
They try to sneak one in there. You know, you don't see Davis Warren keeping too many read options.
Yeah.
And they try to sneak it in there. Maybe he'll run right past them, but a very good job of staying disciplined.
More playing time this fall.
The freshman, Benjamin Hall, getting some opportunities at the running back position. And you know, that's just one run, but
just to go back to Benjamin Hall there, Devin, he's a really interesting story to me because
it's a nice tackle by
Rayshawn Benny.
Rayshawn Benny does a very good job, and you know,
Understand your local.
Man, nothing beats Michigan winter, man. Or Michigan weather in general, man. The cold always gets you, definitely.
What's your best memory just playing here with the Wolverines?
I mean, man, nothing beats beating Ohio State, man, on this very field. You know, I still get chills even thinking about it, because you know, so soon. I mean, so recently, you know, but. Nothing beats that memory, definitely.
What?
He was able to come back, and he was a force for that Ravens.
Oh, man. Jack Tuttle got lit up on that. Obviously, the ball popped up. He's see right here. They're running the read option, and then right here, boom, comes in late. Oh my.
Man. Got to be more careful. I mean, that ball comes out, and you know you're reaching, and you're kind of defenseless trying to go get it, and then you got these bees flying in.
That's a really nice job.
Jake, I don't even know if the fans watching at home know how nice, absolutely played Warren. He played him like a fiddle. He made him look like he was going to the post, and then he dropped off. Oh, it looked like the wheel was wide open, and he takes it away. A nice job by the sophomore out of Brentwood, Tennessee.
And as a defensive back, too, it's about pattern recognition. And earlier in the game, Jack Tuttle had a chance on that exact play. You highlighted it at the turnover bus.
I mean, it's so important that when you get a turnover, you get the turnover bus. There we go.
It's a nice catch. Freddie Moore, that's his second catch now. Had one on the last drive, along with Benjamin Hall, 2 early enrollees, and they're excited about these young receivers. Great patience. Great patience.
Yeah, I said it from his first carry. I like this burst, but Benjamin Hall has a nice kind of ability to move and sift.
I'm in their tight ends. When they dance, they're not dancing to hit another hole. They're dancing to set the block to then hit the hole. And now he's getting a couple carries in a row. We're seeing the feel and seeing the potential. This is a nice couple carries.
As you speak about it, he does it, right? And it's just a small little...
And Jim Harbaugh is going to run the ball 30 times a game. Who's going to be that third guy to spell him and keep the whole group healthy throughout the season? Ben Hall making a nice case.
Gets a chance to come out for a play, and then he starts to trot back out there. It looks like this is going to be a heavy dose
of Hall. And
he's got great burst.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that Blake Corum has him underneath his feet.
Good guy to learn under. See ya.
Not quite.
Not
but
quite.
A very nice one.
Yeah. And a hurdle on the sidelines, too.
I mean,
that's a long way to get the edge of the defense.
A long way, right? You string it out as a defender, but that's great speed by Alex Orji pulling that ball out. And if you can get the edge, you can make some big plays. Nice job. He sees the shoulders of that outside defender, the contained player Burrows, facing him, and he's like, I've got the athletic ability to get out. I'm just telling you the story. When I was a shoulders are turned, Denard, or Devin, you still get the ball. If the shoulders are turned in art, you run it anytime. If it looks like you can get there, here goes Hall.
I don't know. It took a while, but we're seeing something special.
I mean, not for me. Not for me, Jake. I was on it right away after the first carry. This guy he's got something now. It's a nice run, and the ability to put it in the end zone.
Nice hole, too, there off the left side of the offensive line. So you see he presses it in the middle of the O-line. He sets the blocks, and then bang. He waits for that last hole. He's got that stocky body, so you know he's powerful, but then he shows the speed down the sideline. Here it is. So you got a double team on that left side, and then the infamous Michigan Polars coming around the mountain. 2 double teams play side. They create movement, and then you got 2 athletic linemen pulling around.
There it is, finally.
Thought he got in.
I think he got in.
But he got in.
But he got in
eventually.
Of course. Very nice job by Hall. 8 plays, 69 yards, 63 rush yards. And the big chunk of those yards came from Hall, or on the shoulders and legs. Drive by the blue team, but a nice drive by Benjamin Hall.
In the offensive line, and the tight ends.
Those guys, of course. All the way in the back.
You marched us down, and it was the hurry-up situation. Pronto.
You know what's crazy? Most NFL teams use that footage to coach that, right? Because that's thing that you need to do. But that's something we practice every single week.
First and 10 to the Mays 25-yard line.
Franklin's getting an opportunity here, right? So if he wanted to vie for that number 3 back position, he's gotten Darius Clemens.
One-on-one. Press coverage. There's Franklin. A lot of, it starts with JJ. He's great at it, but the quarterbacks are kind of following his lead when that first or second read isn't there. Ball placement. You want that on the outside shoulder.
You knew I was thinking it. And so the timing is good, right? Another 9 stop. It's an NFL route. You know this NFL.
Top, and they're bringing the corner blitz. Would love to see him get to that So, hey, Darius, give him a check and send him downfield on a go ball. He's
shot.
6'3", he's
Right,
a
give him a
big
shot.
body, give him a shot. Yeah.
Last year in this very spring game, he had an outstanding catch in the back of the end zone.
See that again.
During an interview. Remember when I was interviewing
Did in Columbus, but
the receiving corps is going to be fine.
But I want to see one guy separate. Who's the guy when you're on the road? We looked at the schedule earlier. You're at Happy Valley. You're playing Penn State. Who's the guy in 3rd and 8 in the 4th quarter that you're saying, I'm going to him? And everyone knows you're going to him, and he can't be stopped. I believe they have that guy on the roster, but who's it going to be?
yards against Indiana, 369.
So who's that guy then, Devin? Who, based on what you've seen from this roster, who could that guy be this fall? Is it one of the veterans? Is it maybe one of these younger guys that could emerge? What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, I think you have to lean Embiid. I think he can be that guy that you can lean on. Hey, you want to throw up a fade, we'll throw it to you. And Colston Loveland as well, a guy who's not a receiver, but a tight end who can, oh my goodness, O'Leary. Oh my goodness, O'Leary.
Okay.
I'm O'Leary. I'm a little leery. I'm a little O'Leary.
So this is a great job by Davis Warren. He's going to run a hitch. Look at the pump fake. Bang. And then I think that's O'Leary. He stutters his feet.
Yeah, it's a stutter and go.
The safety comes over, thinks it's a hitch. Everyone thinks it's a hitch, and instead it's an explosive play down the sideline. That's just a great job of everyone being on the same page.
What's so funny about that? We were just talking about Jeremy Gallen, right? And remember, we played Ohio State. We were in the same type of area. They bring corner blitz. Fitzgerald top picks it up. Going to play a receiver on a stutter and go situation, and as you can see, he's probably going to be wide open.
And it's so important that everyone's on the same page, right? Because the safety knows, just let's think of this from a defense perspective. The safety knows, hey, we're bringing a blitz. So in his mind,
I can't be beat over the top.
Well, he's also thinking, hey, that
was the greatest sport take. Right? Everybody has to be working together for things to work, and you saw it on that play. Got away with a little tug there.
Marion Walker in coverage. Darius
Clemens like,
Clemens.
wait a minute. I tried to run it out, and he pulled me away from it. I'm like, what are you doing?
So Clemens was running the top of the route. We call it reducing back to the quarterback, running negative. Davis Warren was throwing him to the front pylon where he should have been, but he faded a little bit at the end. Nice catch. I think that's Joe Taylor, yeah. Really nice catch.
Nice job by Joe Taylor, but nice job by Jones, making sure that he at least gives a chance that the referee has to mark him short, and he does, right? Because if Jones is not there right away, that's going to be a first down, right? A first down catch. And let's talk about ball placement again. That ball's outside a few inches, right? You'll be able to catch and turn up, and you'll have the first down. But now you have to get into this 4th down and short situation because the ball is just a bit behind and allows Jones.
That's Jones coming off like a missile off the edge, too. They leave it.
He might have been
two edge guys unblocked.
He might have been offside. He might have came off a little too fast.
The big thing, he was on Bruce Feldman's freak list. He was the #1 guy. Well, Kenneth Grant was on that list last year. And you'd imagine now that he's back. But how about Leon Franklin? We just talked about him earlier in the drive, getting it in, tying it up for the Mace team.
How about that? The pride of now Southfield A&T. And
the celebrations are on point, Dev.
They're on the boat. You got to get the linemen involved. I love it. I love it. And that's the big hogs up front. Look at everybody move. Creating a new line of scrimmage, and then Leon Hall gets and turns his legs.
Atterbury.
Look at Atterbury. I don't know, man. His helmet might be a little loose.
I think he likes the team.
He's got that barbershop in Ypsilanti, Ann Arbor area, where a lot of the players go. And I got a chance to see Zach Center.
What advice did you give him when he decided to make that switch?
Just letting him know that it's not going to come to him right away. It takes time. You just have to be patient. Just keep doing the little things, take things one day at a time. Trust the coaches by great coaches, and it'll help your path to the NFL. And then, we talked to him more and more, and every day he was just like, yeah, I really want to be there.
One great thing about spring games is that, you get a first look at the new.
This is another early enrollee, Samaj Morgan. So, Dev, let's look at this replay. We saw the double move on the previous dive to Peyton O'Leary. Here he is at the bottom of your screen. You're going to see him shuffle down like he's running a curl route. Alex Orji's able to hang in there, and really a nice.
Something that I think they're going to be able to do with Samaj Moore, his ability to move with the ball and kind of create plays because of his athletic ability. Samaj Morgan is an outstanding athlete. Played at West Bloomfield last year, and I went to go see him play a couple times in high school. He is outstanding today. Not a catch, but how about that throw?
Got a great game here in Ann Arbor, but make sure you stick with us because coming up we have Big Ten softball throw. It was Jaden McBurrows there, who's been having a nice game as well. So we're talking about that next cornerback slot. Jaden McBurrows, good job of coverage. And then there's Ben Hall once again. He looks great.
Patience. Man, when we take a
key to the football. Would love to play running back in this offense and create some nice holes.
Oh, man, that's the level of.
It looks like it's Derek Moore, who's again so many young guys we've been. And this is what this
Josiah Stewart, who can really help bolster that pass rush.
This is my favorite play.
You are always
this is my play right here. Yeah.
You are always the guy who's getting picked for it. That's why you love it.
And welcome to Ann Arbor. A.J. Barner, by way of Indiana, gets a chance to celebrate with the fans, introduce himself.
He is tall, because that thing is kind of tall.
So you mentioned the bunch, Dev.
Yep.
Bunch means crossers.
Yep.
And they see man-to-man, so A.J. Barner, he's really got 3 guys picking for him, and all of a sudden he leaks off into the right flat, completely wide open. It's an easy completion.
When you're
easy
in the
touchdown.
huddle and you hear that play called and you know it's not for you, you're like, I cannot believe that he's about to get this easy touchdown. Nice job by Barner, because you could.
Thought this was really interesting as I was doing some research on it. Who's this new guy? So for the Michigan fans that are wondering, who is A.J. Barner? What type of player are we going to get? So he comes developing edge rushers that you're able to sell, especially in the world of the transfer portal, to get more talent and replenish your roster.
Jake, you put that.
Coming from you? Thank you. Some philosophy?
I dabble. Hey, anytime a voice gets really, really high when he says something, it's probably untrue. You solidify yourself when you drive this team down and you tie the game, and I'm sure it's not going to be a tie. They're probably going to go for it and try to win it. Fourth down, right? So you see a play like that on 3rd and 5. In this situation, it's probably going to be something you go for on 4th down, right? So it's 4th and short now. I think that Davis Warren could get on the edge, right? He's shown the ability to move on the edge and make plays. So when he drops back, if he doesn't see anything, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw him move around a bit and try to make a play, maybe even go pick it up with his legs.
And his favorite target on the day, Peyton O'Leary, down there at the bottom of your screen in coverage with Amarion Walker. Let's see if he goes back to him.
The Mays is 1 of 2 today on 4th down, 50%. Let's see if they can make it 2 of 3.
He got him. He got him.
Jeez. Another hole shot.
The crystal ball. We look right into it.
O'Leary's had a day. It's to cover 2, right? So the corner's going to be in a flat. He's enticed by the out route, and then you put the ball outside. You have to pin the receiver against the sideline because you can see that safety is flying over there 100 miles an hour, and if you leave it inside at all, you're going to get your receiver killed, or it's going to be worse, an interception. Nice job by Davis. Have to do something to entice that corner so we can leave you some space between the corner and the safety, and like I said, pin him on the sideline. Got another move. Back shoulder. That's good ball there, baby. That is good ball. O'Leary, welcome.
There's a.
I love it.
Back shoulder.
That is, and that's pass
that should have been
by
a
the way.
flag. Yeah.
And he goes and grabs that with his hands.
Pass.
That's going to be a
Crystal
lay.
ball, roughing the passer, contact to the head, defense number 50. That 15-yard penalty is enforced half the distance to the goal line and includes an automatic first down.
Dave Warren and O'Leary, and they got a little extra on top.
O'Leary's a guy that's been getting praise from his teammates for a long time, and you're really seeing why he has earned the respect of his colleagues. The chance to.
Still
going to him.
What are you doing, Walker? You're a receiver. You know that's pass interference.
Yeah. He doesn't need to do that. As we're looking for him, he's so long and so athletic.
That's so true.
Trust yourself.
Yeah.
He was in position.
And the more reps he gets, as Leon Franklin gives the Mays a chance to, I would imagine, try to take the lead.
And he got a full head of steam.
How many pumps? Is going to be a penalty. 3 pump minimum. Max.
There, and watch the inertia. Look at this, Dev.
Ooh, I like that.
Boom.
Word,
Boom.
Inertia.
refuses to be stopped and punches it in. What a game we've had today.
Oh, the safety's coming. He's going to have an opportunity here. I would think slant, right? I would think slant with the slot guy coming out so he can have that whole back the end zone to run.
I'm thinking potential sprint out down to the bottom of your screen. Or a fake. You just get the ball to him.
MVP!
Look at the whole sideline coming to celebrate with him. Yeah, that's MVP. That's MVP.
Guy's been, now the game's still going now. We got 144 to go, and the Blue get the ball and have an opportunity. But this O'Leary kid has been out.
It's been O'Leary, though.
And obviously this won't count towards the stats, so he's going to finish with 121. But this is huge. Just a game winner, right? The touchdown was fine. This is a game winner. And how about the ability to make combat catches, right? Catches with guys hanging all over you. He's done that a number of different times. He's caught the ones where he's wide open, but he's made some combat catches. He's done a very nice job. And Davis Warren, we talked about it. This could solidify you as the number 2, where you're going to drive down, get an opportunity to go put the mitt to UMass to play lacrosse, right? And so what is it about the lacrosse player that has all these unique skills and it allows you, Hogan, remember
Chris Hogan,
him?
yeah.
And it allows you to do all these things and be so successful on the football field to an opportunity.
All right, Jack Tuttle back in at quarterback for the Blue team. So they're saying Jack Tuttle, they want a chance to see him operate in the 2-minute situation. They have one timeout left. They're going to give Jack Tuttle the chance to operate this Michigan 2-minute offense.
These coaches are licking their chops. There's an opportunity to see this guy play. It's incomplete, but as far as Jack Tuttle goes,
put it on him.
Outside or first downs, right? First down, stop the clock for a moment to move the change. Out of bounds or incomplete pass, stops the clock permanently until that right there. And I think that's a good play because he's not going to get the first down. He's going to get
tough to see the Blue team get down to the 30-yard line. And I'd love to see who's next up to see if they can replace Jake Moody. We got a flag down, clearly a sack. We'll see if this is on the Mays team to keep the Blue team's hopes alive.
Can find a way to get down the field and convert on this 4th down.
Well, it's an all or nothing here, 4th and 2. It looks like Mays team is bringing some heat.
You got pressure from the field. You want to try to maybe get this ball to Samaj Morgan. He's the uncovered receiver.
Wow, great job triggering. That is a great job triggering. I think that's Harris, yeah.
Last year as a walk-on and started to dress midway through the season because he was performing so well and those opportunities he got in practice in those proven periods, and now he gets to take the final snap in the Michigan spring game. Outstanding.
Well, listen, man, I'll tell you what a great spring game we had out there today. A little back and forth. Wasn't always clean, but we saw some guys shine. Peyton O'Leary, Ben Hall, Devin.
Who's your MVP?
Can we say MVP to me? It's got to be Peyton O'Leary with what he did.
I think to you, to me, to Brooke, to everybody watching, Peyton O'Leary came. He showed out. He did.
What a football game we're going to have here this afternoon. From these live at 103,000 Michigan Stadium in Ann Arbor. The football game from Ann Arbor. The nation will rock with the praises of the Maize and Blue this evening.
Where we respect integrity and honor excellence.
Jubilation and cheering